Sorry about that, folks. Hello everybody. I know you guys have been waiting for this for quite some time. You guys have been anxious. You guys have been hungry. You guys have been wanting to know. Okay, you gave us your top 10 DC villains. Although I will say that I kind of made a mistake. Number four is not Clayface. It's actually Sinestro. I love me some Sinestro. I think he's a great character, a great villain. He's probably the Green Lantern Corps' greatest villain. Hell, he probably is the Green Lantern's greatest villain. Anyways, I'm here to give you guys my top 10 favorite DC heroes. Let's start off with number 10 with Mr. Arthur Curry slash Orin, aka Aquaman. Probably the one superhero that always gets made fun of. Probably the most underappreciated superhero despite his rise in popularity over the years. Thanks to the DC Animated Universe, the New 52, Batman the Brave and the Bold, some of the DC animated films, and of course the DC Extended Universe, thanks to Jason Momoa. But he still, in my opinion, doesn't quite get the love he deserves because there's a lot of assholes out there that still say he's a weak and ineffectual hero, despite the fact he's arguably one of the more powerful heroes in all of DC Comics. His strength, his stamina, his durability, his invulnerability are pretty damn impressive. Granted, he's not as powerful as someone like Superman or Wonder Woman, but he's still incredibly powerful in his own right. The guy owns over 70% of the Earth. The guy's a founding member of the Justice League along with Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Martian Manhunter, Barry Allen Flash, and Al Jordan Green Lantern. You know, that's pretty damn important. He loves the surface world and Atlantis. After all, he is of both of human and Atlantean origin. I think he's a great character. I think he's awesome. I've been a fan of this character since the Super Friends cartoons from the 70s and 80s, as well as the classic Aquaman cartoons from the 60s. So yeah, there's that. Number 9 is John Stewart. The Black Green Lantern. I didn't even know this guy existed until I watched the Justice League and Justice League Unlimited animated series. And I'd say I think he's an awesome character. I don't think he's boring. I don't think he's bland. I think he's a great character. He's definitely, in my opinion, one of the best Green Lanterns of all time. Um, I think he's a really cool character. I love the way Phil LaMarr voices the character. After all, Phil LaMarr is one of the greatest voice actors of all time. I love the way he voices John Stewart. Number 8 is my personal favorite Green Lantern of all time, Al Jordan. Now, I know he's not the first Green Lantern. The first Green Lantern is Alan Scott, the Golden Age Green Lantern. But Al Jordan is the most famous, the most iconic, and the most popular Green Lantern. He does have a Boy Scout mentality like Soups, which is one of the reasons why I like him. But also because of the fact why he's my favorite, because I got exposed to him more growing up as a kid, and that is mostly through the classic Green Lantern cartoons from the 60s, as well as the Super Friends cartoons from the 70s and 80s. I love Al Jordan. I think he's a great character and a great superhero. Um, I know the Green Lantern movie stunk. I know Ryan Reynolds continues to make fun of that movie, and deservedly so, because that movie was terrible. Number 7 is my favorite of all the Flashes. I think the Flash. I think this version of the Flash is the. I think he's the greatest speedster of all time. I'm talking about Bartholomew Barry Allen, aka the Silver Age Flash, the second person to take up the mantle of the Flash after Jay Garrick. Uh, in my opinion, Barry, while may not be the fastest and the most powerful of the Flashes, that belongs to Wally West, who I do also love. Barry Allen to me is the greatest Flash of all time. And to me, the greatest, and I think the Flash in general is the greatest speedster of all time. That's just my personal, honest opinion. Um, I love the Flash. I think he's a great character. Love his backstory. Love his character. Love his powers and abilities. He's not just one of those people that all he does is just run fast. Oh no, he can do much more than just run fast, and has been proven in the cartoons, in the comics, as well as on the TV shows. So yeah, he's an awesome character. Been a fan since the Flash cartoons from the 60s, as well as the Super Friends cartoons from the 70s and 80s. Love me some Barry Allen, people. And I have watched several episodes of the Flash TV show, and I have to say, Grant Gustin does a great job as Barry. He really fucking does. Number 6 on my list is none other than who I proudly and personally consider to be the greatest superheroine of all time, Diana of Themyscira, Diana Prince, whatever you want to call her, aka Wonder Woman. I love me some Wonder Woman. Been a fan since I was a kid. Ever since I was a kid growing up watching reruns of the Super Friends cartoons from the 70s and 80s, as well as the DC Animated Universe, or as some fans call it, the Timverse. I love how Susan Eisenberg voices the character. I even watched several reruns of the classic 1977 TV show that starred Linda Carter. I think she did a great job as Wonder Woman, and I definitely enjoyed the 2009 Wonder Woman animated film where Kerry Russell voiced the character. I think she did a great job as the character. And of course, I do also like Gal Gadot or Gal Gadot's portrayal of the character. I think she's done a great job as well. Um, I think she's done a great job as the character. So far, she looks good in the upcoming sequel. Hopefully, that sequel does not fall in the trap of sequels not being as good as the first film. I love Wonder Woman. I think there's a saying behind every great man comes every great woman, and to me, Wonder Woman is that great woman. Um, Number 5 is Mr. John Jones, the Martian Manhunter. Now, true story. Growing up as a kid, most of the DC characters that I grew up on were through the Super Friends cartoons. I didn't even know this guy existed until I watched the Justice League and Justice League Unlimited animated series. And then that's when I fell in love with this character. That's how I got introduced to the character. And when I did my research on him, I'm like, wow, this character is awesome. He's super powerful. He's super compelling. He's a really awesome superhero. I do not know why this character is underrated. I have no idea why. Great character. Would love to see him in the DCEU. Number 4 is Mr. Terry McGinnis, aka Batman Beyond. Love this character. He is without question the future Batman. Loved him ever since I watched the Batman Beyond animated series, as well as the ever so awesome animated film Batman Beyond: Return of the Joker. Loved it. Loved Terry McGinnis. Great character. I'd say other than Dick Grayson and Tim Drake, I'd say Terry McGinnis is definitely one of Batman's true successors. Number 3 is my personal favorite Robin, the original Robin, Richard Dick John Grayson, aka Nightwing, aka the original Robin. Love me some Dick Grayson. He was the Robin I got exposed to the most from as a kid, through the 1960s Batman TV series, through the Super Friends cartoons, and of course through a little bit of the DC Animated Universe. I love Dick Grayson a lot. I think he's a great character. I think he's a very interesting, compelling character. Um, Love the fact that even though he went through a similar tragic backstory that Bruce did, he did not become Bruce. He became his own person. He became a more bright and colorful person, which is what I like. Uh, Number 2 is y'all should be expecting this eventually. He's been a fan favorite of mine since I was a kid. Love this character. In my opinion, he is the greatest non-superpowered superhero of all time. Bruce Wayne, aka the Batman. Love Batman. Um, Been a fan since the Super Friends cartoons, the classic Batman and Robin cartoons from the '60s, the 1960s Batman TV show, the Tim Burton Batman films, Batman Forever, the Christopher Nolan Batman films, Batman the Brave and the Bold, the Batman, and of course the comic books, and of course the Batman Arkham games. I've been a fan of Batman for a very long time. Love Batman. Love pretty much everything about him. I've been a fan of Batman for a very long time. I know a lot of you guys consider him as the greatest DC character of all time, and that's fine, that's your opinion. But to me, he's not. And number 1 is this may upset a lot of you diehard Batman fans, but hey, this is my list, not yours, um, is none other than who I personally consider, even though he's not my favorite superhero, who I personally consider to be the greatest superhero of all time, and that is Superman. I have been a big Superman fan since I was a child, ever since, the Superman fleshy cartoons from the 40s, the Avengers of Superman cartoons from the 60s, the Super Friends cartoons from the 70s and 80s, the DC animated universe, Smallville, Lois and Clark, the Adventures of Superman, um, the Superboy cartoons from the 60s, the first two Christopher Reeve Superman films. Um, I love Superman. He is what he embodies true heroism, and that's about it, guys. Peace out.